Good day, everyone. I am Rona Grace Tidorillo, a BSEd Filipino 2 student of Central Philippine State University. So for today, I'll be going to discuss to you the Arnis rules and regulations. But before we proceed to our discussion proper, I'll be going to discuss to you the learning outcomes of our topic for today's discussion. So the learning outcomes of this discussion is to understand the different rules or regulations of Arnis. The second is to apply the rules and regulations of playing Arnis. So let's proceed to our discussion. So Arnis have different styles of events, and these are: number one, form or a new competition which is divided into two, the individual and team events. Number two style is the full contact events, which is divided into three categories, such as the full contact individual, also known as the labanan isahan. Number two, full contact team, the labanan kampihan. And the number three is the full contact sword and dagger, also known as labanan espada y daga. This is for a demonstration event. So let's talk first the full contact event for individual. So the rules and regulations are: first, a match for individual full contact event shall have a maximum of 2 rounds. Rounds will last for 2 minutes. Second, players shall have maximum of 5 fouls and 2 disarming violation on the entire duration of the match. The third is points scored, fouls and disarming accumulated by the players on the first round shall be carried over on the second round. Next, there shall be no limitation on the score to be acquired by each player. If in case the score difference reaches 8 points in the first, or in cases that reaches the second round, there shall be a declaration of technical knockout, and player with this 8 points advantage shall be declared the winner of the match. If at the end of the match the score, fouls and disarming of the opposing player are identical, the winner will be decided upon consultation of the judges. So the judges will decide who will be the winner of that match. So next, let's proceed to full contact event. This is for team naman. So a match for the team full contact event shall have a maximum of 5 rounds. So each round will last for 1.5 minutes. So players will be designated per round or entry, specifically first player, second player, third player, fourth player, and fifth player designation. That mean the round each will play in respectively. A team may still play in the team full contact event with just 4 members, but shall mean 1 automatic lose for the said them. Next, changing order of player designation will not be allowed once the official lineup is submitted and called to play. Next, players on each round shall have a maximum of 2 fouls and 1 disarming violation and shall mean a loss. There shall be no limitation on the score to be acquired by each player. If in case the score difference on the specific round reaches 8 points, the players with the inferior score shall be declared technical knockout and shall lose the round to his opponent who has an 8-point advantage. If at the end of the round the scores and points of the two opposing players are identical, the winner will decided upon consultation of the judges considering the criteria in declaring a winner. So again, the judges will decide who will be the winner of that match. Next is the team that wins 3 out of 5 rounds will be declared the winner of that match. Next, so let's proceed to full contact event, sword and dagger. This is for demo event. So the rules and regulation are: a match for the full contact sword and dagger shall have maximum of 2 rounds. Each round will last 1 minute and 30 seconds to be played on 6 by 6 meters playing area. To score a point, player must strike his opponent by using the braided stick delivered to body points A, B, C, D, or E, then immediately followed by the thrust or slash using the bladed dagger delivered to the body points A, B, C, D, and E. Use on a close quarter distance. So always remember, strike, then thrust or slash is equal to 1 point. Next is players shall have a maximum of 5 fouls and 2 disarming violation on the entire duration of the match. Next is disarming shall be considered on either of the weapons used by the players. Next, score, foul, and disarming committed by the players on the first round shall carried over to the second round. Next, there shall be no limitation the score to be acquired by the player. Next, if in case the score difference reaches 8 points in the first or second round, the player with the inferior score shall be declared technical knockout and shall lose the match to his opponent who has 8 points advantage. If at the end of the match, the score, fouls, and disarming of the opposing players are identical, the winners will be decided upon consultation of the judges. So the judges will be the deciding team. So now let's proceed to a new form event rules and regulations. So first, there will be no round of annual performance wherein the participants are awarded points by the judges based on coordination, synchronization, and the artistic execution of movements, poise and posture, costume, musical accompaniment, degree of difficulty, creativity, bearing, and stage presence. So each performance shall have a minimum time limit of 1 minute and maximum time limit of 2 minutes. Competition area or the dimension. The playing area is a square measuring 10 meters by 10 meters with 1 meter minimum free zone around it and a clear space without any distraction up to a height of not less than 5 meters from the playing surface. So let's proceed to the equipment or weapon used to this event. Players are required to use any of the following options. First is the wooden stick. The wooden stick shall measure not less than 60 centimeters and not more than 90 centimeters in length, with a diameter of not less than 1.3 centimeter and not more than 3.8 centimeter. It must not have sharp edges or pointed ends. Next weapon is the wooden replica of a bladed weapon. So the wooden replica shall measure not less than 60 centimeter and not more than 90 centimeter in full length, and should be ethnic Asian in original. It must not have sharp edges or pointed ends. Next weapon is the metallic blunt replica of a bladed weapon. So the metallic replica shall measure not less than 60 centimeter and not more than 90 centimeter in full length, and should be ethnic Asian in origin. It must not have sharp edges and pointed ends. And the last weapon is the wooden replica of a dagger or knife. So the wooden replica shall measure not more than 60 centimeter in full length and should be ethnic Asian in origin. It must not have sharp edges or pointed ends. Next, let's proceed for the new composition of participants or players. A team may consist of a maximum total of 24 players, composed of 12 male players and 12 female players. It is consist of one coach, one trainer, one medical doctor, and two officiating judges licensed by Arnis. So these are the categories of events for a new event. First is the individual event. A team may field in one player per category. Only players listed in the entry form may participate in the competition. So, what are the category? This is the single weapon category, double weapon category, and the sword and dagger category. So for the team event naman are the synchronized anyo. A team shall composed of 3 performers per category. Only players listed in the entry form shall participate in the competition. So what are the categories? This is the single weapon category, double weapon category, and the sword and dagger category. So the division of events. First division is the men and women's division. It should be 18 years old and above. So I think this is for senior high school student to college student. The next division is the boys and girls division for 12 years old to 17 years old. So I think this would be for to junior high school students. And the next is the children's division, boys and girls ages 7 to 11 years old. For I think this is for the elementary students. So let's proceed for the disqualification. First disqualification is any disruptive action or behavior of the player, of his teammates and coach, which break the spirit of the sportsmanship, shall mean a disqualification of the player involved. Next is the submission of fraudulent or falsified documents shall mean a disqualification on the player or team involved. For example, you falsified your name or ages, that is considered disqualified. Next is the forfeiture. Decision based on forfeiture should be forwarded to the technical committee. The performer or team who forfeits the game automatically loses in that particular event. Next is the default. A player who does not appear at the official's table after the 3 consecutive calls shall automatically default the game. The referee shall make a decision upon confirmation by the technical committee. So that's it for this lesson. I hope that you have gained knowledge and understanding upon my discussion about Arnis rules and regulations. So thank you very much for listening,